Garrett Gilbert's had such a great year, either approaching or breaking some records around here. When he went down and looked like he was down enough so that he'd have to come out of the game, what's going through your head?
I was feeling sorry for Garrett. I'll tell you, it was ugly. Just the way his cleats caught in the turf and his leg bent bad. It was just kind of sickening to see that. But I just felt sorry for Gilbert, really. He has had a great year. He's such a great young man. Fortunately, I think he'll be able to bounce back.
Neal has obviously run your offense in practice, but now that going into Friday, how much do you modify or trim back your playbook for him?
Well, we're going to pretty much give him all of it and then see how he does, and then see how the game goes.
You remember the advice you gave him when it was suddenly his time, get in there? Remember what you said to him?
No, not really. I probably told him to have fun.
Really?
Yeah. I think I said something like, it's your turn. It's your turn. You've been waiting on this. Go have fun.
What are the strengths that he brings to the table?
Well, we're kind of finding those out. I mean, Neal's kind of an untested commodity, just from watching him in practice and drills and things like that. And then what I saw last week in the game is he's got a really quick release and he sees the field pretty well. He's got good feet. He moves feet.
He's obviously very young, but the position he plays sort of dictates an element of leadership.
Sure.
How different are he and Garrett as leaders?
They're both kind of quiet leaders, and I think the team rallied around Neal. He's a guy they like, and in the locker room at halftime, he was, he had the support of all his teammates, and they all knew they needed to rally around him, and he's just a guy that everybody likes.
Is that hard for such a young guy to lead veteran teammates, older linemen, receivers, that kind of thing?
I think it's hard if you don't perform well, But he performed pretty well in the second half. He had the one interception, but the thing about that, when he came off, he knew exactly what he did wrong. He said it as soon as he walked the sideline. So, that's always, it's kind of a learning process for him. The speed of the game is the thing he's got to get used to. And I thought the fourth down pass that June called was a great call, and it really gave him a chance to show what you can do under pressure, and he came through like a champ.
Were you surprised that play was called for someone with such limited experience?
No, not really. I've known June Jones for a long time. I think they were.
How much does it help him going through this week and knowing that he's going to start?
Well, it helps to get all the reps.
Yeah.
And that's the way these offense works.
Yeah.
I mean, you put all the reps in one guy, and then you try to execute, and then if he gets hurt, you just got to have a guy who can help you hang on. And Neal did a good job. He helped us win, and so now it's his turn to get all the reps.
Neal said after the game that he might have benefited from going in during a game simply because he didn't have time to really think about it.
Right.
How do you and the rest of the coaching staff or even teammates help him deal with the anticipation and the emotions of getting ready for his first start now that he has time to think about it?
Well, Dan Morrison does such a great job preparing quarterbacks, and he's really a technician, and he'll have him. My job's more to talk to him about the game plan and how we're going to do things. And so I'll just try to keep him loose. I'll probably tell him a lot of jokes.